Konnichiwa, Rui.
Konnichiwa.
How you doing, man?
Good,
Give me a
you?
sense of what you've been going through these last couple of months, mentally and physically, as this coronavirus has kind of just dominated the headlines.
Obviously it's been crazy, you know. I was actually in LA. I was staying there and then walking out and stuff at home. And, you know, to see these kind of stuff is like just crazy. You know, even my country, it's actually getting better over there in Japan, but, you know, still here, US is kind of getting worse every day. So, but, you know, it is what it is in the now. But, you know, NBA trying to start the season again. And I'm so excited for this new opportunity.
Just a quick follow-up. You went through the march a couple weeks ago with your teammates and with the Washington Mystics, and you've often talked about how much pride you have in being biracial. Was this the first march that you ever participated in, and what was the energy level like for you walking the streets of DC?
Yeah, it was for sure first time I've done it before. You know, and you know, you know, I think we really need it. You know, like it's really hard. You know, things to talk about, but you know, in Japan, like you know, there's a lot of people now. Like there's a lot of kind of people like half black or like whatever. You know, the Asian or like a lot of people, and it's all over. And then especially U.S. is like you know, that's the most country like have a lot of kind of people here. And then you know, obviously, racial is no good thing. You know, it's racial like you know, you gotta stop like you know doing that. Like stop, you gotta stop this. Like you know. And for as a team, I think we really did a good thing. You know, we represent DC here, and yeah, it was a great thing to do. I think. I don't know any like you know history or something here. It's like almost like you know in the U.S. like you know there's a lot of things going on. You know, and for me, I didn't learn any things about it, so I can't say anything about those kind of stuff. But like obviously, like you know. Like race is like you know it's not a good thing, you know, it shouldn't be you know exist. So I feel like it's only one race in this world, you know. That's why I think it's hard to talk about it, but like obviously like you know in Japan, like I grew up in there's of course like discrimination and stuff, but you know it's really hard to talk about it. And then you know, but like here in the US I know it's getting worse, and I see more social media like and stuff, you know, and it's really hurt my feeling.
Tommy told us that you're kind of tweaking your shot and your basketball mechanics. I was just wondering how kind of that process played out over the past few months and how you think that will translate to your game.
Yeah, I was mostly walking those like shot threes and like mid-range and stuff. So, but like I feel like more it's like I got more confident in my threes and of course my mid-range, you know. It's just like that's you know I feel like that's coming from like how much I'm walking out and stuff, and yeah, there's just the coach is doing a good job to me, like the technique and stuff. That's why I think it was more like a confidence stuff, and I think it's getting better.
How much have you kind of been looking at in terms of your film study during the playoff years with John and Brad out there on the floor, and how do you think your game will mesh with a guy that's a five-time All-Star in John?
Yeah, it was actually a great like thing to do. You know, obviously I had a lot of time, and I never had like a time like this except that when I got injured during the season. But you know, to watch like my games or like to watch like NBA games and stuff, so like it was great, and especially and our team, and like you know I played with the Brad, you know, this whole year, and obviously I haven't been playing with the John, so like it was great to see like like how I can fit in this team and you know my in the future and stuff, and you know like yeah that was I think it was a great things to like you know do like you know with the coaches and talk with the coaches like in this situation how was it in like the defense stuff and offense stuff, and it was actually John was on the Zoom with us a couple times, and Brad was on the Zoom with us a couple times, so like we can talk about like you know how the playoffs look like and stuff. So it was great.
Rui, you said you guys have a chance to make the playoffs in Orlando. What do you think needs to happen for you guys to achieve that?
Obviously, I feel like defense. You know, we've been talking about defense, our defense. You know, the whole season, the whole year, And but like like I said, you know, we've been watching those filming and stuff and together, you know, those young guys and like, you know, talk through with the coaches, you know, that was actually great to do it, great thing to do because, you know, I actually didn't have a lot of time to do like like, you know, the film stuff. So it was great to do it. And as a team, I think defense is our like, you know, weakness. So I think if we play like good defense, like we have a great opportunity, like a chance to make the playoff.
Some people said Tokyo Olympic Games might be canceled next year.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you know, that was like to play in the Olympics was one of my dreams to do. You know, it was almost like it was big to me. You know, since I was start like basketball, and then they start talking about Olympics and Tokyo 2020, and you know, and this happened. So I'm honestly I'm so sad about it, and I mean we can't do anything about it actually. So if that happens, it is what it is. But of course I would like to play in Olympics. So but next year we'll see, you know, how this thing goes. Yeah.
頑張れ。
ありがとう。